Welcome to every movie I've ever seen. This is a special Fuck You It's January edition, where throughout the month of January, I'm going to be talking about bad movies, specifically bad movies with a 0% on Rotten Tomatoes. The movie that I'm going to be talking about today is Scar. This is a early 2000s horror film. It came out either 2005 or 2007. I'm not exactly sure which one of those years it is because there is another movie named Scar, and both one came out in 2007, the other came out in 2005. I'm not sure which Scar. Well, I mean, I don't remember. I obviously know which Scar I watched, but I don't remember if I watched the 2005 one or if I watched the 2007 one. I made sure to watch the one that was a 0% on Rotten Tomatoes. I think it was the 2005. It might have been the 2007 one. I don't know. I want to say 2005. But now that I'm thinking about it, it doesn't matter. Yeah, this is just a horror movie. There's this girl, and she had previously been a victim of a serial killer dude, and now, time has passed, and she believes that maybe he's back because there are similar killings going on. But yeah, the movie was honestly fine. It maybe even a little refreshing, like a palate cleanse, so to speak. I think the big thing comes down that the last 4 or 5 movies. I mean, not 4 or 5. The last, how many of these bad movies have I done? Maybe 10. I don't know, but however many of these bad movies I've done, most of them have been either bad dramas or bad comedies. So it's like, this is a bad horror movie. It's like it's a nice change of pace. It's not a loud, annoying, obnoxious, unfunny comedy. It's a bad horror movie. Which, don't get me wrong, bad horror movies can be just as bad as any other bad movie. I've seen my fair share of bad horror movies. Howling 4, the original Nightmare. But this, it was fine. What I guess the biggest problems with it, so to speak, would be that it's not all that interesting because it's not really all that original. Maybe if it was more of an original plot, then it would be more interesting. But it kind of feels like you've seen this movie before, even though you haven't seen the movie before. Like, you don't know the specific beats, but you understand. I don't know. Like, there's a twist reveal. There's a twist reveal towards the end of this, and you kind of see that coming. Like early in the movie, you're like, I wonder if this is what's going on, and then like 30 seconds before they do the twist, you're like, oh, I see that over there. Yep, they're doing that. They're definitely doing that, and then they do it. So maybe a little predictable, which, I don't know, you're a horror movie, you don't need a big twist. I mean, not every horror movie has a big twist. It feels a little like, well, it's definitely a post-Saw movie. And of course, Saw had the big twist. And it's a post-Saw movie, definitely, because, the blood, it was very bloody and gory, and a lot of, it does lean more towards that torture porn subgenre of horror, which the first Saw wasn't even torture porn, in my opinion. I don't think Saw really reaches torture porn levels until maybe Saw 3. I mean, Saw 2, I don't know. But I don't view Saw 1 as torture porn. But this movie, I would definitely say probably torture porn, because there's a lot of torture. I mean, the guy does like torture people. That's his whole motive. Like he's got two people, and he's torturing one, and he's I guess he tortures them both, and he tells the one like, "Hey, I'll stop if you just tell me to kill the other one, and then I'll stop torturing you until I bring in the other person, and then I'll start torturing you again until you tell me to kill that person." But yeah. And then it has, all the problems of any modern day horror movie, which I say modern day, it's, at least 13 years old. At least 14 years old. 14. It's either 14 or 16 years old. But, all the problems of a modern horror movie. The characters aren't interesting. Bad writing. You don't really care about what's going on or the people, so that's kind of, it's kind of a big problem in a horror movie, especially when people are dying. You're supposed to care if those people are dying. No one's in it of any note. That one TV actor you see all the time, he's in it. He usually plays a bad guy. I can't think of anything that he's been in off the top of my head. And I don't know his name, so he's just that one guy who's on TV shows. But if you look up this movie, you'll see the guy I'm talking about. I'm sure you've seen him in other TV shows. He was in the show Harper's Island. I believe he played Shane, so that might actually be more helpful. Also, the other guy was also in Harper's Island. Not the other guy, the first guy that gets killed, I believe, in this movie. He was also in Harper's Island. He played... I can't remember the character's name. He played Danny. He was the friend of the groom. I don't remember the groom's name. Because there was Danny, there was Boone, there was the fat guy. The fat guy was... I remember there was JD, was the groom's brother. There was Sully, Christopher Sullivan, Sully. I don't remember the guy's name. The character's name. I don't know the actor's name. The actor, it's like Gorham or something like that is the actor's name. Christopher Gorham or something like that. Like Gorman. He was in Once Upon a Time. He played the Wizard of Oz. It was JD. Marty was their uncle. He didn't make it very far. There was Chloe. She was dating the British guy. This is going to be thrilling for anyone who's never seen Harper's Island, that one season TV show. Chloe, she was dating Cal. Cal was the British guy. Madison was the little girl. There was Shane. I mentioned Shane. He was Jimmy's friend. And Jimmy is the guy the main girl likes. I want to say there was an Abby. Abby might have been like the biker-esque chick who owned the bar. Henry. Henry? I believe it may be Henry Dunn. Henry Dunn may have been his name. Yes. Henry Dunn. I'm just trying to I'm just backtracking my conversation, thinking like, wait, how did I start talking about Harper's Island again? Like, oh right, because the character of Danny is in this. I mean, the actor who played the character of Danny is in this. Was there a Francis? No, I'm trying to think of Madison's father's name. I don't remember the wife's name. I mean, the bride's name, not the wife's name, because they don't actually get married. And I don't remember. No, Abby wasn't the biker chick. Abby was the main character. That was Abby Mills, Sheriff Mills's daughter. There was John Wakefield, too. He's a important character. No spoilers for anybody who hasn't seen Harper's Island. I would recommend watching Harper's Island. Shay was Madison's mother. Shay was the mother of the little girl. She is the sister of the bride. I don't know. I'm running out of space on my SD card. That's all I've got to say about Scar.